Hi everyone, happy Thursday. Today I wanted to hop in as promised and share with you the good, the bad and the ugly regarding my recent Dreambox purchase. I bought the Dreambox with my own money, so I'm not tied to tell you anything, not that I do anyway. You always know I try to give you at least honest opinions of what I think, and we all have our own opinions. Some people I know don't like the Dreambox, some people love it, so I just want to give you my thoughts and opinions. If you are looking to get one, they are definitely not cheap. I don't have any coupon codes to share with you. I know Kim at Sweet Red Poppy, she has a coupon code, and Jennifer Maker has a coupon code. So sign up for their emails too, and maybe in future we'll have one too. But I wanted to hop on because, as I say, it's a huge investment. Right now there is a bit of a wait time. I'm going to be talking about that too. If you are watching this and we're no longer live, hop forward to about 2 minutes in. That's usually how long it takes YouTube to let everyone know that we're going to be live, and for people to start jumping in, so that we can keep the pace going and things. So welcome to my new craft room. You can see my back garden's behind me. We have a beautiful lake just over here so I can see the edge of it. Back through this, behind that curtain is my office. There's a patio, like a French sliding door that separates us. I have two awesome crafting desks here and a little Alex in the middle. I have a stack of Alexes here. I have a Calyx here, and there is another Calyx over here as well. So it's not a very big room. It was a sunroom. The guy who owned this house before us had a glass company, and he took the, thanks Michelle, he took this room, which for everyone else is just a caged-in lanai, and he turned it into a room. So it's maybe, I think Greg measured it, it's only like 8 foot wide, and I think it's 16 feet long, something like that. So hey Lisa, so it's not a huge room. So I've really tried to pack a lot in, and I have downsized my craft room. This is all I have. I have one small cupboard upstairs, which is full of sewing stuff. And I have a cupboard with my drawers in still, which has all my stamps in it, because I haven't quite figured out how to incorporate my stamps into this room. But this is literally all my crafty supplies. And Greg will tell you, when I bought this, he was pretty skeptical that I would be able to make this room work, because it was my office, if you've joined me before. And two, he was kind of skeptical that I would fit everything in the Dreambox and it was the right purchase. But I did a lot of research, and I have been really pleasantly surprised. I actually still have some space in it. I'm going to share that with you. So let's first of all talk about the ordering process. So when you go to order your Dreambox, they have a Dreambox. They have table add-ons. They have carts. They have all sorts of sewing extras and stuff like that. You can also customize how your Dreambox looks, whether you want the farmhouse gray, the basic white, or I opted for, I think it's the farmhouse white. I'll show you the doors in a minute. So I went for one of the more premium options, just because sometimes it will be closed. And behind one of the doors I'm going to share with you is actually an external door, and I still want to be able to close it up and use that door. That's why I ended up putting it on this corner like I have it, which I'll show you in a bit. So I ordered it on 4th of July weekend. They had a sale. It was a really good coupon. I saved, I think like $800 or $1,000. It was a lot I saved. And I got that from Jennifer Maker. And they said it wouldn't be delivered until about October. It actually came 2 weeks ago. So it came mid-August. So they were way ahead of schedule. It did say they would be missing totes. I am still missing my small medium totes. So I am still missing those, but that's okay. I've made it work. I'm going to share with you how I've adapted and things like that. I'm going to share kind of how I've done some storage. I'm just going to move this cart out the way. Otherwise you're not going to be able to see stuff. So let's kind of dive into that. So the delivery was great. I opted to do the pre-assembled. I said to Greg, what shall I do? He did not want to assemble it. So I decided to do the pre-assembled. I will say the delivery was great. It came in an amazing crate. The delivery company were amazing. He offered to put it in the garage if I wanted him to. There is a few bits of damage. I've emailed Create Room about. I haven't had a response yet, so I can't tell you what the answers to that was. I was really skeptical about the table in the Dreambox. Now for me, the extensions wouldn't work because I have my Dreambox on a corner, which I'll show you in a second. But I actually said to Greg, I'm like, get the screwdriver out, we're taking this table out. And he's like, just see what you think. And actually I've used it. I crafted at it all weekend at holidays. There are parts about the table I don't like. I'll share those with you. But there are some good parts of it as well. Overall, it is really well thought out. The instructions for putting it together maybe left a bit to be desired. They do send you instructions. It'd be really nice if there was a video to show you how to unbox it. Hi everyone who's joining. So it would be really nice if there was a video of how to unbox it. As I say, I went with partial assembly. I can only imagine what it's like to put together if it was complete flat pack. I also opted for the crown with the light in it because of course I do videos like this. And I want to be able to do videos at home as well as in our video studio, which is now over at my mum's house. And it's looking awesome, by the way. I can't wait to share it with you all. But, so I opted for the crown. That was another add-on. I did opt to do their 0% financing with bread. So I think I split it over 6 months maybe. So I did opt to do that. That was just an option they had. So let me turn the camera around. I don't know if it's going to work. I'm on a little stand that Greg's put on the top. I'll share that with you as well. I'm hoping I can kind of leave it on here a little bit so you can see it nice and steady. Okay, it doesn't zoom out. Let me grab my phone so I can zoom out a little bit. So this is my dream box. There's my little arm that Greg put in for me for my phone. And it's nice because I can have it anywhere. But I wanted to stand back enough that you can see. So it's across the corner here, and then this is our double door, and then this is the double door as well. So you can see on there. So I still have some carts and other bits and bobs, and this room is not finished by any means. So let me just point that out. Now this is the door, obviously. These are thinner shelves. They're maybe like, I don't know, 3-4 inches. I did my Nouveau drops on here, and I did like dream drops at the back, then vintage drops, then jewel drops, glow drops, glitter drops, regular Nouveau drops, and that actually stretches over 3 shelves. I will be buying more shelves. Currently they're out of stock, but my plan is to add more on. And then they give you these to hold stuff in place. Now my dream box is going to be open most of the time unless we're entertaining. So holding stuff in place wasn't that thing. But what I did like is I have this little tray I often use for videos or photos, and my big guillotine, and you can see like it fits in there pretty well. So I really liked that. And then on here, this is where my medium totes will go when they arrive. But for now, I've used it. I've got my Gemini Pro plates up here, acrylic blocks and Karen markers, my Cricut Joy, my little flamingo, and then just like random stuff. They also give you a ton of these jars. These come with it like this. And I put like my little embossing powder spoons. I have one full of micro brushes, Q-tips, like all the stuff I use all the time. And when I get more shelves, they will go on my shelves. Then you get a ton of these totes. So I opted for the 80 tote package. Again, you can opt for whatever works for you, but I really like these. So I have all my Wow embossing powders in here, turned this way up so I can see exactly what I've got. I really like that. A little basket on top here with my Wow foils, works perfectly. Same down here. I had a few extra, so I just put them on one of those into design trays and it fits in there perfectly. Paper pads in here. This is my adhesive sheets, so everything is obviously sheet based, and then rolls in the next one. This one is interactive and it needs a ton of organizing, but I haven't got there yet. We have glitters and molds. We have pens, again, they need organizing. I've only been in here about a week, so I worked hard to have this ready for holidays. Flowers, just so at least I could craft in here, and then glue guns in the bottom. Someone asked about my distress marker. It's actually the alcohol marker tin, alcohol ink tin, and I took the tray out the bottom, and it fits all of the crayons perfectly. I haven't got the 3 new ones that just arrived, they're here, and the other 3 new ones that just arrived are over there. So I don't have those in there, but everything else fits in there, which I really, really love. And I haven't found anything else that fits it so well. You also get a ton of these little trays that go down the side. So on this side, I have Distress inks and the re-inker. And then on this side, I have oxides and my paints. So that's how that works. And I'll show you where I put my oxide re-inkers. Up here, it was really important to me to have a pretty space. So that bell is actually from my granddad's restaurant. They had even before I was born. It's older than me. but it's always gone to every house. I have the original box and stuff, so it's still sentimentals. My Hedgehog, my little, what's it called, stamp and storage thing here, and my Bob Ross stuff down there. So it's important to me to have pretty stuff too. There's actually nothing in those 3 drawers right now. And in these here, so I have an empty one, then I have gems in the next one on the right. So I'll go down the right. I have paper, I have my foil press, then I have 3 drawers of regular foil, like thermoweb foil stuff. Top left is blending brushes, then kind of like the man drawer of sorts, then washi tapes. The next 2 are coloring medium, so watercolors, colored pencils, all that kind of stuff. Then alcohol ink mediums like Yupo paper, the vinyl boards, and then the bottom one is liquid watercolors. Again, they need a little bit of work, but so far I'm working, everything is working well. And what I try to do is put it in, live with it for a few weeks, and don't, when you're organizing your stash, be afraid to change things. I often change things up. I crafted in this all weekend, and I honestly moved nothing. Nothing was like, oh, that's in a really silly place. But I'm going to find better ways to organize my drawers. I'll share those with you as I go. I'm going to find better ways to arrange my stuff as well. And again, I will share some updates. My biggest criticism right now is just the instructions. It wasn't that heavy. Once I got it and I worked it out, it was pretty easy to put together. But I would just say that some better instructions would be really handy. And the turnaround time was pretty good. I am still waiting, as I say, on an email. There's a few bits of damage. But let me share the rest of this with you because there's some cool stuff in here. So in the back here, again, I have some really old Tim Holtz stamps, my little honey jukes thing, my compressor. And what I did find out is, so all of our stencils are now going to fit in an easy store binder system. These binders happen to fit perfectly in the back here. So I'll be lining up some of my binders for my stencils. I was working on that. We've got some projects I was working on here. Now this table is great because this is, let me back it up. This is like normal sitting height. You also have the option to put it at standing height. So this here pivots up, like you can see I'm kind of lifting it. And then you can extend the legs, excuse me. And then when you want to, you can fold it down completely, or you can fold it up and there's little notches here and there's things you put in there. So the table will fold all the way up so you can access your storage underneath. And under here I have my Tim Holtz binders. They fit perfectly. The next drawer down is all my alcohol ink supplies. And the next drawer down is all my Cricut supplies in terms of easy presses, mug press, the mats for the easy press, like all that stuff is down there. So I do think that the stuff that's under there I'm probably never going to touch, so I might want to review what's down there, but that's how I have it for now. This, as I say, still a work in progress. I can't find my Distress Resist, hence there's a little note there to go look for it. As I mentioned to you, I have Distress, Oxides, and the paints on this side, and they're all in the Ranger Rainbow order all the way down. So that works really well. At the top are my foil sheets that I don't have in drawers right now, my foil press machine and some containers, distress stuff and gilding flakes, all my Tim Holtz, etc. stuff. And then all of this really is my mixed media side. So there's mediums and pastes and paints and all that stuff. And I've got it organized by company right now, but that's pretty much that whole side down there. This is great. I love this. I have 2 of these. One is under here, the little teal thing you see. It's the same thing, just a fabric version. One has all my alcohol inks in, and this one has all my oxide re-inkers in. Again, in rainbow order, but I love how this looks. I put some command hooks in my door and added my heat guns because there is a power strip in here that I added through the little hole in the back there. And I also have my hook for my swatch card for all of my inks. This just happens to be here because I was cleaning earlier, but it does work really well. It just hooks on here. You have some areas in here to add stuff. There is a rod to put ribbons on. I just haven't got round to it yet. And in here I have some of my stuff. Again, more mediums, my distress glazes, stickles, paste, you know, all that kind of stuff up here. I did also add, and this is something I added, let me share it with you. I really love how this works. So on this side where this door folds, I added some command hooks, and the same on the other side. I have all my brand new cricket mats and my big cricket mats here. And then this would fold up. I don't know if you can see. And then I've got my doors back here. So I added the ones with all that detail. And then I have my aprons just hooked over the edge. There is a magnet. So when you open this up, if you heard that click, it stays in place. It doesn't move around too much. It doesn't apparently work well on carpet. I do have a hard floor in here. So on this side, I have my scan and cut, and my scan and cut mats are up here, and my current in-use cricket mats are on this door. So again, that for me works really, really well. As I say, you can get extensions for the tables, but my doors would have to fold all the way out. You see I'm on a corner here. This is the crown. So I found that that didn't really work for me. But I love this being on this corner. I love the fact I can do that. I put a pretty vase of flowers up there and a splat box, so I have it well within reach. But it's a really happy place to sit and craft, and I really, really love it. As I say, I spent the last holo days, if you join me, you'll know, I spent the holo days here, and we had a lot of fun. We filmed on it, we crafted on it, and everything was just right here, and I loved it. I'm used to having a really big craft room. I've been very fortunate in the past to have big, big craft spaces. And this is quite a small little room. But one, I love that it's next to my office. I find I come in here a bit more and I'm crafting more, which I really love because that's the whole idea of this. And the other thing is everything's within reach. When you're sitting here, particularly as I have it on the corner, I can literally reach everything I want. So that's really nice. And then I have 2 spots to craft if I want to look out there, or if Tilly comes in and crafts with me. I think I'll end up getting the dream cart just to give us some extra space when the team want to come in here and craft. I have a cart full of all my day-to-day stuff, so I can wheel that wherever I'm sitting, or if we're doing a team meeting, I can wheel it out there. I have a second one in the studio. And then I have a Tim Holtz cart that has all my Maker Forte stuff in it. So that has that, and on top is my Gemini Pro. So that's how I have it worked out. As I say, I so far love everything about it. My favorite storage is this one. I have all my gems. I found this lipstick, nail polish holder, whatever it is, and my gems fit in it perfectly, because I don't know about you, but I hoard gems, and then I never know what to do with them. So my little round containers fit in there perfectly. I have my ink pads over there. I'd like to have my ink pads more over this way. Again, little tiny things to figure out, but nothing major. So yeah, so the good is, for me, the storage is really functional. The amount of stuff I fitted in this is insane. If you saw the amount of stuff we bought from upstairs and that actually just went into here and went in so seamlessly, I was wowed. Even Greg was wowed and pleasantly surprised. The table I've surprisingly liked. The downside is I feel like everything under the table I'm not going to touch, so I've got to kind of revisit that and work that out. The bad, yeah, under the table, the instructions, there is a long lead time and it is pricey. Like, I do think, as much as I love it and I see where the money went, it is pricey. But I did do the 0%, so you can try that option too. There's nothing I don't think I specifically would change. It's a little bit frustrating that a lot of things are out of stock. I know that's great for them and there's supply chain issues, and I get all of that, but I wish you know, that they just had stuff more ready available, so especially stuff like shelves. I don't necessarily know where the issue is with those, so I wish I could do that. It would be nice to be able to configure that stuff too on the website. Like, I didn't really need the jars necessarily, but they come anyway. And I have tons of them. I have a whole basket over there and I'm not sure what to do with them. But I don't know. That's kind of the thing. So Lisa says she wishes she could do something like this, but she can't because it's her guest bedroom. That is the nice thing about this, is it folds up to be a cabinet. And so when we have people over, or I need that space for something else, I can close all this up and be able to use those doors when we're entertaining. So that part of it is nice. I don't really have anything else that's bad about it. As I say, I bought it with my own money. I will do some updates over time as to how I'm getting on. There will be a full craft room tour as well. You know, stay tuned for that. So make sure you hit subscribe, ring the bell. Do give this video a thumbs up if you're enjoying seeing the dream box. And if you have any questions, you can leave them in the comments below too. Michelle asked, is this table strong? It really is. I've had a Gemini on it. I had my laptop on it. I have a glass mat on it. I had a magnetic mat, a guillotine, and me sitting there. And that was it. Nicola asked, was it easy to put together? It really was easy to put together once I figured it out. As I mentioned at the beginning of this, the instructions maybe, in my opinion, weren't the best. Also, there were instructions about the fact that you should do this first, except the instructions were underneath the piece you had to remove. So that kind of stuff wasn't always the best. But once I figured it out, it was super simple. It is lovely to have everything on display. I need to work on refining my organization, making it look a little bit prettier. But so far it's a really happy space. As I say, I will do a full craft room tour with lots of tips and tricks and ideas in it as well. So stay tuned for that. But if you watch this afterwards and we're not live, do feel free to leave comments below. I try to check in on videos as often as I can and come back and answer those comments. Or you can email us through the Maker Forte website. But yeah, so that's pretty much all I have to tell you. I do want to remind you to make sure you hit subscribe and ring the bell, of course. I am going on a trip, so I won't be back for a little bit. So I will be live here again on Monday. I'll be doing a craft together. Make sure you sign up for Inktoberfest, and we'll be having that all month long in October. Every day is a different ink tip or a different technique, and you will make a tag every single day. So if you want to master your inks, we will have all of those things for you to share in Inktoberfest. I'm super excited. We've got some amazing collaborators, a video every single day right here on this channel, the Hedgehog Hollow. So make sure you have subscribed and you ring the bell. They will go live at 7:30 p.m. Eastern every single day during October. And if you want to craft along, there is a little companion pack you can get over on the Maker Forte website. That's MAKERFORTE, and just put Inktober, like October, but Inktoberfest, F-E-S-T on the end, and grab your kit. And of course, Holidays is on there and all sorts of other fun things. So come join me on Monday for a craft together, and I hope to see you then. And I hope you found this video useful. So do give us a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you at the end of the weekend. Have a great Labor Day weekend, everyone, and stay tuned to your emails because we have an awesome sale coming on as well. We'll see you soon. Bye.